and another episode of WhatsApp from Intis Telecom. My name is Luana Luna, and this time I have with me my first ever guest, James Williams, again from the Mobile Ecosystem Forum, Director of Program. So thank you again, you survived.
I know, I've survived my first year with MEF, so it's just been over a year. It's about 1 year, 2 weeks I've been with MEF, so I've survived that. And yes, all I can say is it's been a very, very interesting year at MEF. We've got a lot of new members, so MEF has grown. And I'm sure we're going to be getting onto it, talking about the world of business messaging, but that certainly has grown this year as well from talking to so many different members, including, of course, yourself and your Intis Telecom colleagues. But yeah, thank you very much for the warm welcome. My name is indeed James Williams, Director of Programs with an organisation called the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. We had our 20th birthday on February the 4th. I'm pleased to say that as of last Friday, we've now got 150 members, and 2/3 of those are business messaging companies all around the world. So messaging plays a very, very big part in what we do here at MEF. And we're all about interaction, insight, and impact. So ultimately, we help grow our members' businesses. We help to develop a mobile ecosystem, but we also keep an eye on growth, but not at the expense of the customer. We just want to make sure that our customers are being protected, there's less fraud, there's less spam, whatever the channel used. And that's what MEF is about. And
I'm so glad that we joined MEF this year. It was an amazing year, right? We saw many events online and then even in other countries. And yes, the growth actually is saying, I think it was from Mobile Square, that is also a member of MEF. They're saying that A2P SMS will grow like 87%. But you just told me about something really interesting about Black Friday. How was it?
Yeah, indeed. So obviously I talked to a lot of our members, and I was talking to CEO of another very large messaging company yesterday. And they were saying that across the year, their volumes have increased 55%. In business to consumer, so A2P SMS, which is big. But then I also noticed a post on LinkedIn from Infobit, who is a very, very large CPaaS provider around the world. And if my memory doesn't fail me, in that post, they were very open in saying, I think that their traffic was 95% up for Black Friday over last year. So really, traffic has grown. And I've seen that myself on the transactional side of things, but personally, I have to admit, I've received a lot less marketing SMS traffic from companies, big brands, and I have no idea why.
No idea.
No, I don't. So as you can imagine, being who I am and having worked with SMS for so many years.
So connectivity, yes.
Walking embodiment of an SMS text message, I always opt in. So when given the opportunity for businesses to communicate with me, I'm always the person that puts the X in the SMS box. So there are going to be so many brands out there that have me on their database. My purchasing habits haven't really changed at all, whether it's COVID or non-COVID. They haven't really changed, other than, of course, I can't travel, so I'm not staying in hotels as much or purchasing airline tickets as much. But everything else has stayed the same. And I really have noticed hardly any marketing messages. SMS, that is. And I don't know why.
And we aggregators, we all know the importance of it. And it's so easy for them to do it. And it's so important. We know that the customer is requesting it now. Every time you ask the customer, so how do you prefer to be contacted? Text, SMS. I think it's about 60 or 70%, isn't it? That they
Something
say.
like that. Absolutely.
Yes.
So SMS is it's not intrusive. It just happens to be there in your phone. And it's weird. Whenever you receive an SMS, so just before we started recording this, I received an SMS. I looked straight at my phone. I couldn't stop myself. That was my credit card company telling me my payment was due to be taken in coming days. So that's what SMS does. It really is addictive, but in a good way for people to get them looking at their phones. And businesses of all shapes and sizes should really be leveraging this because it's simple to get connected to providers like yourselves. Whether you're a small business or a medium-sized one or a big business, it's really, really easy to get connected up. But the problem is that so few people out there are aware of SMS, because if we go onto the streets here in the UK and ask the average person, or certainly the average small, medium-sized business owner, have they heard of Twilio? So Twilio, the world's largest business messaging provider, worth, I think, about 50 or $60 billion. Not one. Not one. Have you heard of British Telecom? Yes. That's smaller. That's smaller than Twilio. So it's a strange one. So we as an industry, and this is where the mobile ecosystem forum comes in, we've got a lot of work to do to educate the vast majority of businesses out there that haven't got a clue about business messaging beyond some email.
Yeah, I think they go to the easiest and traditional way, which is maybe and doesn't work. We know it's like 20% of the emails are open, let alone they have an effective. And it's so easy. We're doing it, James. We're doing it.
Well, definitely, you're doing it, Luana. I know from everything you're doing here with these WhatsApp video blogs with people from the industry. You're doing your bit to get the message out there. I'm definitely doing my bit. MEF is definitely doing its bit, but we've got a lot more to do. We really, really do. And I think events like those we had last week, MEF Connects Omnichannel, which Intis Telecom was a kind sponsor of, those go a long way because all those sessions are recorded. They're made freely accessible to anyone who registered, and the session online is free to absolutely anyone. It's incremental, it's bit by bit, that the educating the ecosystem. But we need to think of new ways of getting out there and really targeting small businesses. So in 2022 at MEF, I'm really personally going to be trying to get more enterprises directly engaged within MEF. And for example, in the UK, they don't know it yet, but I'm going to be contacting the Federation of Small Businesses and trying to get them more hooked into MEF and business messaging.
That makes us like really proud to be part of MEF. Really proud. It's amazing.
No, I think I know. You joined on the 6th of January this year. You've been really, really active. And for any companies out there who are in business messaging, or you could be in cybersecurity, you could be in anything like that, MEF is a great place for you to interact with other like-minded companies from around the world and ultimately to help brand. So Luana, I appreciate this opportunity here to have a shameless plug of MEF and MEF membership. It's great, but I've really seen the benefits myself, having worked in there now for a year. I've known of MEF for 20 years from its beginning, from its roots, but now having worked in there, I can really see the value, particularly for smaller and medium-sized companies within MEF. Just view us as an extension of your marketing arm, really.
Yes. Well, I need to thank you for the whole year. It was amazing, and hope to see and do even more events next year.
Exactly. So it's not just MEF's own events. We partner with major other organizations such as the DSMA, Capacity Media, the Carrier community out of Berlin, World Telemedia, and so many others. And we have events and together. And we share knowledge together, and that's what it's about, and that's what we're here for. So we're a not-for-profit, and it's all about growing the ecosystem. And so that's it. So to everyone out there, it's been a real pleasure making my second appearance on your show, Luana, and it was a real honor being your first ever willing victim, shall I say, on the first show. But I survived very well, and I'm back for more, as you can see.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's always a really good pleasure to speak with you, and see you soon.
All the best. Bye. Bye, Luana. Bye, everyone.